President Abdel Fattah ElSissi met with Arab media ministers on the sidelines of the 51st ordinary session held at the Arab League headquarters. The President confirmed the principle of prioritizing the national state concept to achieve people's interests, as well as consolidating the state of institutions against any other thought aimed at divisions and strife among people of one country. He stressed the significance of the role played by the wise media to raise people's awareness and realizing security and development. The head of state asserted that powers of terrorism, extremism and militias could not lead nations, such as irresponsible powers cannot recognize states' demands and is not in harmony with its orientation. In this respect, President ElSissi stressed the significance of the role played by the wise media to raise the people's awareness in an abstract and realistic way. He expressed Egypt's keenness to enhance the role played by the national Arab media in monitoring people's demands, raising public opinion's awareness to bolster states' institutions against destructive calls aimed at spreading anarchy, as well as terrorist organizations that aim at hurting states' entity. President Abdel Fattah ElSissi received a video call from Malaysian Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin and exchanged visions towards enhancing the bilateral cooperation. The talks also covered issues of mutual concern at both regional and international levels, with President ElSissi expressing his keenness to enhance the bilateral ties, notably in fields of economy, industry, trade and education. The President welcomed expanding new horizons of cooperation with Malaysia, as Egypt is considered the main gate to Africa and the Middle East, while Malaysia is considered the gate to ASEAN. Discussions also focused on bilateral cooperation in the security file and in fields of counter-terrorism and extremism. The talks touched on regional international issues, namely developments in the Palestinian issue and efforts to revive the Middle East peace process, with Malaysian Prime Minister highly appreciated efforts by Egypt that led to the de-escalation in Gaza Strip. Upon directives of President ElSissi, head of the General Intelligence Agency, Abbas Kamel, held talks with head of the Libyan Unity Government, Abdelhamid Dibeiba, and chief of the Libyan Presidential Council, Mohammed El-Meneifi, in Tripoli. During the meeting, Abbas Kamel conveyed President ElSissi's greetings and appreciation to the Libyan people. The top intelligence official reiterated Egypt's support to Libya in such a critical time of the nation's history to achieve its people's aspiration. The talks touched on the latest regional security developments and means of enhancing the bilateral ties and cooperation. Dibeiba expressed appreciation for President Sissi's supportive stance to their country, reiterating their keenness to boost cooperation. Later in Benghazi, Kamel met with the Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar, the commander of the Libyan National Army, who expressed Egypt's appreciation to the Libyan Army's efforts to combat Libyan people's resources. Kamel also confirmed Egypt's continuous efforts to support Libya's stability, referring to the significance of the military institutions in securing the people's rights, including general elections. For his part, Haftar expressed his deep appreciation to ElSissi's efforts for the sake of Libya, as well as Egypt's pivotal role to succeed political efforts and restoring stability. Kamel's visit to Libya aims at expressing Egypt's solidarity with the Libyan government and people, as well as its full support under attaining the country's security and stability. The visit is also aimed at enhancing ties and joint cooperation between the two Arab nations, in addition to consolidating the political process and stability in Libya.